Less than 25, 8-7 math, which is the vast majority of you. Oh yeah, less than 25. All right, so we are working with dividing fractions, So we've been working on adding fractions, subtracting fractions. We've been multiplying fractions straight across. So what do we do when we have to divide? Well, we want to turn it into a multiplication problem because that makes everything much easier. So when a question asks, so we have, so example 1, let's see, we have 2 over 3. So it says, how many 2/3 are there in 1? How many 2/3 are there in 1? Whoops. So how many 2/3 are there in 1? So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to take 1 and I'm going to divide it by 2 over 3. 1 divided by 2 over 3. So what am I going to do next, William? Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then with the 1, we're just going to times it. We're not going to put it into a fraction. We're going to go 1 times 3, 1 times 2.
Yep. So William's exactly right. So what I'm going to do is when I take the reciprocal, I'm lowering it. I'm switching my numerator and my denominator. And when you do that, you can change your division sign into a multiplication sign. So I now have 1 times 3 times 2. So I'm going to change this 1 into 1 over 1. I don't really need to for this because it's a little easier. So 1 times 3, which is in my numerator, is going to be 3, and then 1 times 2 is going to be 2. So my answer, that would be my answer. I wouldn't need to reduce it at all. If you wanted to, you could turn it into a what is it called? If you wanted to, you could have it with a whole number and a fraction. I'm spacing on what that was called. Yeah, mixed number, there we go. So, well, for when you're when you're dividing a problem, you are taking the reciprocal of your second fraction. So let me show you a couple more problems because this example is kind of a bad example because it's so basic. Yes. I have no idea, dude. So I have 3/4 divided by 2 over 5. 3/4 divided by 2 over 5. So this is one that you will see more often is problems like this. So what am I going to do first here, Aries? So I have 3/4 times, and then I'm going to take the reciprocal of my second fraction, which is going to be 5 over 2. So what you're doing is you're taking 3 over 4 times now 5 over 2. So that's all you're doing in these division problems is you flip the 2 over 5 to make it 5 over 2. And once you do that, now you can, like normal, multiply straight across. So I now have 3 times 5 over 4 times 2, which is going to be 15 over 8, which I can't reduce anymore. So what if I wanted to do this differently? What if I were to say, well, I want to flip my first fraction. So I want to do 4 over 3 times 2 over 5. Am I able to do that? No, you cannot. You cannot do it this way.
And you're just finding the reciprocal of the answer you just got.
Exactly. So what you would end up getting the wrong answer. You would end up getting 8 over 15 instead of 15 over 8. So you would get the wrong answer at that point. And so that is a very common error for you to make when you're doing division problems. Okay, so let's try another example here. I'm going to still do a problem like that. I'm going to do, let's do 5 over 8 divided by, let's say, 3 over, yeah, let's go 3 over 4. Yeah, Oasis? Yeah, yep. So first step here, what am I going to do, Courtney? Yep. So I would have 5 over 8 times 4 over 3. And then from there, I multiply straight across. One thing that you guys just learned in your last, yeah, William?
So we can take 4, we're going to divide by 8. 8 would be 4, and 4 becomes 6.
Yep. So that was the whole reason I did this. So I could take the 4 and the 8. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. I can't reduce anymore, so now I'm going to multiply straight across. So 5 times 1 is 5, and then 2 times 3 is 6. So my answer would be 5 over 6. If you were to just multiply straight across, you would get an answer of 20 over 24. And from there, you could still reduce, and you'd still get the answer. Same answer of 5 over 6. It's just an extra step. So either way is fine. You'll get the same answer as long as you multiply everything out correctly. All right, good there? Or yeah, Bethy, you good?
I want to do the calculator thing.
I'll check in just a second. Huh?
The calculator thing, I don't know what it's really talking about. All I know is it's talking about receipts. I know I've done.
Okay, so example 3. I pretty much did example 3, so I'm going to skip over that one. So I want to do example 4, so then I can get to the calculator part. Yeah, Courtney? Not today. So example 4, I have 3 over 4 divided by 9 over 10. 3 over 4 divided by 9 over 10. Oasis, what am I going to do here? Yeah. Yes. Yes. So I have 3 over 4 times 10 over 9. Good. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Good. So then I could multiply straight across from there. So I would have 1 times 5, which would be 5. And then I would have 2 times 3, which would be 6. So I have 5 6 again for my answer. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's do the calculator problem. This is where I wish I would have one of those projector things so I could show you what I'm doing on my calculator. Okay, so the reciprocal function on a calculator is 1 over x. 1/x. So when you see that, that means reciprocal. So another way of thinking about this is 1 over x, like that. So that's how you would think of that. So there's a function on, is it on this calculator? So that's not even on this calculator, is it? Does someone else see it? Yeah, we don't even have it on these calculators. This is for, graphing calculators will have it. So if you have a graphing calculator, which I know some of you do, it will have this function. So if you have, so in your homework, you have letter D. You guys are just gonna have to skip that one because I know most of you don't have a graphing calculator. If you do have a graphing calculator, you can go ahead and try it and I'll give you extra credit points for it.
Literally play games, it gives you lessons.
Yep, I have 2 different graphing calculators and I've downloaded a lot of stuff to it. Oh, is that what letter D says?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, you could just, for that one, I guess you could just say it is the reciprocal. You're taking the reciprocal of something. Yeah, Bethy? Yeah, these calculators, the ones that I have for the class, we don't have that 1 over x function. But both of my different types of graphing calculators do have it. And I will bring in my graphing calculator so I can show you how this works. So I'm going to bring that in tomorrow. X-1, where do you see that one? Do you have the same? Yes. So Bethy's asking, is x to the -1, is that different? Yes, that is different. And I'm not going to go over that right now because we don't out of time. So if,
Oh, I think I know it.
yeah, you want to elaborate?
So the x could be any number possible. So like 6, and then we'll do 6 times maybe just 6 times figure 6, or do maybe.
Not exactly. Not exactly. Yeah. And I don't want to go. Yeah, I'll go over that tomorrow. I don't want to go over that right now because I'm getting low on time. So that's all you guys have. For letter D, I guess you're just describing it. So go ahead and do that one. So you guys have A through G and then 1 through 23 odd. So not too shabby. Yes, Aries.